Hello Internet, I'm Scott and this is a PLUGHITZ Live how-to. Today we're going to take a look at the Monster Smart Illuminescence Indoor-Outdoor Spotlights. We did an unboxing on these recently. Now we're going to show you how to pair them with your phone, which will allow you to connect them to your Wi-Fi so you can control them from anywhere. Before we get started, there'll be a couple of things that you'll need. Obviously first, you're going to need the lights themselves. I've got them right here. You can purchase them on Amazon. We've got the link in the description below. You can also purchase them at monsterilluminescence.com. You're also going to need, obviously, your phone. On your phone, you're going to need the Monster Smart app. You're going to need your phone connected to a Wi-Fi network that is 2.4 gigahertz. Most modern routers support 2.4, but they might have it turned off. If it is turned off for yours, you might have to go turn that on and find the instructions for your router. Once you're connected to Wi-Fi, you've got Bluetooth turned on, you've got the app installed, make sure you create an account, and then we can get started. Now that you've got all that done, I assumed you paused the video and got all that taken care of first. Now we can go ahead and get started. If you've seen any of the other Monster Smart Illuminescence products, this should be similar. The process might be a little different because there's multiple bulbs and it's a slightly different product, but should be very similar. What we're going to do is we are going to plug in the lights. Now, when we plug in the lights themselves might turn on, they might not. Once they're on, what we're going to do, if they're not on, you can press the button, the multifunction button on your controller 2 times. Once they're on, what we're going to do is we're going to hold the multifunction button for about 5 or 6 seconds, and the lights should start to blink. So I'm holding it now. We should see the lights start to blink rapidly. There we go. You can see them blinking now. Now I'm going to go over to my phone. I'm going to go from the start screen, from the main screen. I'm going to hit the plus button in the top right corner. I'm going to say add device. On this screen, you might see discovering devices. If so, you can go ahead and hit add. If you don't see that, you're going to go to lighting. And from lighting, it'll ask you about your Wi-Fi. And then you will see the light and start pairing from there. But if you do see that big red button, you can go ahead and hit that. You can see I have already started the process here. The lights have stopped blinking and instead have gone into, I thought maybe they were pulsing, but they're not. They've gone from red to white. And on our screen over here, we now see found 1 device, added 1 successfully. That's what we want. And the spotlights have a check mark next to them. I'm going to go ahead and hit next. On this next screen, you will see the ability to hit the pencil and give these spotlights a name. I am going to leave it as is for mine. You can also choose what room you want to put it in. In this particular case, these are probably going to go outside. And so I'm not really worried about that. But you can go ahead and tap one of them on the screen to decide where you're going to put it. Then you hit done. It'll have a little progress bar for a second, and you are good to go. Legitimately, that's it. Now, I've got a little notification that says new device firmware available, so I'm going to hit the update on that while we're sitting here. Now, once you've got these paired, everything's pretty easy. You have the ability to control them with solid colors, which is pretty normal. You can run patterns on them because, as you saw, the lights were blinking independently, so each one can be controlled independently. But one of the things that's really cool is they can also be used through Razer Chroma, so you can pair them. You see the lights just turned off. That's because they're rebooting as part of the firmware update. With Chroma, you can have it respond to gameplay, which would be really cool in a game streaming studio for Twitch or Kick or something like that. You can also have it because you've got the capability to do things like if this then that, you know, that type of thing through Chroma. You could also have it respond to interesting different external factors. You could have your house turn blue if you get a tweet, for example. So I'm going to go through. Right now it's set to white. I can change the warmth of the white from this screen. You can see it's getting colder and then back to a warm white. I can go over to colors, and I've got a full color wheel that I can use, and I can rotate around through the colors, which is pretty cool. I can also adjust the brightness with the top dial, and I can control theoretically like the opacity of the color, how intense the color is, the saturation. I've never found that to be a useful feature. And as you can see behind me, we have lots of these lights. I've never found that to be a useful feature. Another thing that you can do is there are some static presets that you can also affect. This one's called Candle. I assume because of its color. You can do soft colors. There's the different bulbs are actually different colors on this one. This one here in front of me is blue, and this one's a light purple. There's a patriotic, which is making them red, white, and blue. This one's called neon, which seems very similar to the patriotic. Festive, obviously red and green. But then there's the really interesting ones. There's dynamic lights. Now, the dynamic lights are fun because they are animated. You can have them animate in all kinds of patterns. I have set this to Vortex. If you've seen any of our Smart Illuminescence stuff in the past, whether it be me playing with them or any of our interviews with Jennifer from the company, Vortex is both of our favorites. It shows off the lights interestingly. You can do just a straight rainbow, something called tracer. Yeah, I'm assuming if we had these in a line, it's probably going back and forth. Color swing. Looks like it's pulsing a couple different colors. Fire. It's kind of cool. Actually kind of too cool as far as the actual color temperature, but that's fine. There's a festive one. It's obviously lights are used a lot for Christmas, so it's actually pulsing between them. It's actually pushing the color across the thing, red and green and a white. There's a peppermint. That just seems like the police are coming. This one's called Halloween. Halloween's kind of cool. I did something similar to this with lights like this in my home last year. Then there's music. So the music is interesting because you can actually have it respond to the beat. And there's different things you can do. You can do sound wave and equalizer. Oh, equalizer would be fun with actual music playing. All kinds of stuff. And then there's a whole DIY category where you can create your own color palettes, which is kind of cool. I can tell you, like I said, so my whole house is done with Monster Smart Illuminescence products, and I did like this flickery orange and purple thing around my windows last year. Pretty cool. It's really easy to learn how to do. There's an edit button in the for the thing, and then you can go in and add colors to it and add times. I'll tell you, if you want a particular color to last longer, just put 2 consecutive blocks of the same one. Anyway, it's a lot of fun to play with, but as you can see, actually pairing them, getting them started, and then starting to use them is really, really easy. So I hope this has been helpful. For other how-tos, you can go to PLUGHITZLive.com/how-to. You can also see our unboxing of the product and our full product review once it is published, all by going to PLUGHITZLive.com. And until next time, ciao.